How to teach a kid to ride a bike in 30 minutes. Skip the training wheels and teach them to ride the right way in as little as half an hour. Learning to ride on your own, without training wheels or help, is a big moment for any kid and their parents. But there are problems to avoid. So what is the best way to teach a child to ride a bike once you buy them their first bike? First, the best way to start a kid on a pedal bike is to let them practice on a balance bike first. The kid learns how to balance and steer a two-wheeler without having to pedal and take their feet off the ground at the same time. Many kids learn to ride with training wheels, but balance bikes have advantages over bikes with extra wheels. Training wheels hold the bike upright, so kids don't learn to lean the bike to balance and steer. With this in mind, follow the 9 steps below and your kid should be on their way to riding a bike and going on rides with you. Step 1. See if the kid is ready. Most kids will be ready to learn between 3 and 4 years old. If they're not ready, it's usually obvious right away and they won't get the hang of moving the pedals in circles quickly. If kids see other kids riding, they'll get some idea about turning the pedals. Remember, kids are wired to learn to walk and run, but not to ride a bike. Step 2. Choose a good area. It's important to pick a good area for their first lesson. It's tempting to choose soft grass since it's softer if they fall, but this is actually harder to pedal on. What you want is a smooth, fairly flat pavement area that will let the kid get some rolling momentum, with plenty of space so they can move around, and of course, away from traffic. Step 3. Set up the bike right. Make sure you buy the right size bike for your kid and don't put them on a bike that's too big thinking they'll grow into it. Set the seat so the kid can touch the ground with the balls of their feet. It's tempting to set the seat low enough that they can put their feet flat on the ground, but that makes pedaling harder because their knees come up too high and get in the way of steering. This makes balancing harder. Most kids' bikes are sold by wheel size, and we have a guide to help you find the right size bike for your kid or teen. Step 4. Support the kid at first. It's tempting to hold onto the seat and handlebars, but you'll mess with how the bike leans and responds to the rider's weight. It's best to stand behind the bike and kid, and wedge the back wheel between your feet and calves. Support them under their armpits so they control the bike. It's easier on your back too. Step 5. Gradually let go, but stay ready to catch them. You can gradually let go as they gain confidence riding, but stay ready to grab them under the armpits if needed. When you run behind them, you can guide their body and show them how the bike responds to leaning. Show them how to corner and make S-turns. If they're ready to learn to ride, they'll find their balance and be pedaling forward quite quickly, usually in one 30-minute session. Step 6. Let them start off on their own. Once they've got the hang of pedaling forward and balancing, you can show them how to start on their own. Put the pedal for their stronger foot at the 2 o'clock position, and have the kid put their foot on the pedal. Tell them to push down hard on that pedal while pushing off the ground with their other leg. It will take a few tries before they get it. Step 7. Teach them to brake. It's sometimes easier to show brakes without the kid riding, so have them walk the bike and pull the brake levers to see what happens. They will pull the levers pretty hard at first. You can then encourage them, while walking, to squeeze the brakes more slowly. Once they understand that, put them back on the bike to practice. They'll usually brake well, but forget to put their feet down, so be ready to catch them. Soon they'll be riding without you running behind. Step 9. Practice, practice, practice. Practice is key to getting it. But remember, every kid is different and when they're ready to ride varies. Be careful not to make it stressful, no matter how eager you are for them to join you on rides. With luck, they'll love practicing this new skill and freedom it brings. Oh, and don't forget protective gear, especially at first. A helmet is essential, and bike gloves can prevent scraped hands. Long pants and shirts with sleeves are better than bare arms and legs because they help protect from scrapes. Boots or sneakers are better than sandals too.